Coach, have a seat. Have a seat.
How are you, my
Good to see
friend?
you, Coach.
Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you. Good
Everything
to see you.
going all right?
Everything going well. Hope you are.
Yeah, doing good.
Got Coach Young with us from Greensboro College, Football and Focus Change Rib Chat. Last time I saw Coach Young was on the video program. You guys had the conference session, I guess, up at Durham a few weeks back. You did the conference press conference prior to the season.
Yeah.
They called you in. They made you be the first guest on that show.
It's not the most. It's not the most advantageous time to get up and speak, but I could get everything out of the way early and move on, and it lets us know where people feel like we're at, and certainly we have a difference of opinion, but that's a great event. You know, we're one of the small conferences that still do a media day.
That's a good thing.
And it's really positive for our league, it's positive for our coaches, and it's positive for our kids.
It's a good conference too, you guys ran, because you got guys like Durham, you got guys like Averett, guys involved in things like that, some Virginia schools that are kind of nearby where you're at, and I think it all kind of comes together well. Got some good young coaches, some good veteran coaches, a good mix there.
Yeah, it's a competitive league, top to bottom. You never know. You better bring your A game every day, and because it is so competitive and so evenly matched in a lot of ways. There's not a big separation between the haves and have-nots.
And you hope it's a good week when you get set to take on a team in your conference, because a good chance maybe pick up a win when somebody else is having an off week.
Yeah, it's difficult. You know, our non-conference schedule is competitive as anybody in the country. 2 conference champions, 3 conference champions in the last 3 years. Number 13th in the country this Saturday. We're not shying away from tough competition. That's for sure.
What's this week of practice been like in preparation for Guilford College? The week of workouts for you?
You know, today was a spirited workout for us. We were out there a little longer than I'd hoped we'd be, but had to get some things cleaned up. You know, we're a real young football team, and sometimes you got to stop it and reload it and make sure we're all on the same page. So, been very good. Guys are excited, and certainly they know what this game means to the city of Greensboro.
And have you been able to kind of shift guys around, move guys into the proper places? Because you were talking to Coach Westover about the fact you have had some preseason and pre-game injuries, I guess.
Yeah, you know,
guys going down.
Absolutely. We're a little banged up. We're nicked up. We're dinged up, and guys are just having to know their role and do their job, and whatever that role is, whether it's in the kicking game or hey, we need you to go over here. And the thing we do that I think we do an exceptional job of at Greensboro College, we're going to put the best 11 cats on the field. A curl route's a curl route. Let's not overcomplicate it. Man is man and blitz is blitz. So no matter where you line up pre-snap, the terminology, the names may change, but the things we do are the same.
I told a guy last week in a high school game, the team had kind of a big tight end. I said, why not send that guy up the field about 2 or 3 yards and turn to the outside, throw in the pass, get 3 yards, and go back and do the same again later? Just, you know, use what you have and use it to your advantage.
Absolutely. I think Eric Westberg, our new offensive coordinator here, has been with the program with us for a number of years. Does a phenomenal job of putting the ball in the playmakers' hands. And then our defensive staff, we're just trying to find the best 11 given the situation on the field. So we both sides of the ball do a really nice job of that.
What can the fans expect to see from your offense this year?
Our number one goal is to be fast and physical. We're an up-tempo offense, and it's not a finesse offense, although we'll put the ball out in space. We still gotta work extremely hard to dominate the line of scrimmage. We're gonna run it. We're gonna throw it. We're gonna fake this and do that, and it's pretty exciting. You never know what you're gonna get, especially in that opener. I mean, there's no telling what kind of trickeration we may have set up coming down the road.
I mean, what you just talked about is all about timing, right? I mean, you run a fast-paced offense, it's timing. Guys got to be on the snap correct. You run the trickeration, everything's got to be perfect timing.
Yes. And with young guys, we know we're gonna stub our toe every now and then, but I think the payoff in the long run, we've got athletic kids.
That's good.
I'm not concerned about our athleticism. We got 48 hours to make sure our mind's right, and that's what it's coming down to. I'd love to give y'all the coach speak and tell you this and relentless and, you know, all those things that we as coaches really talk about. it comes down to the next 48 hours. Our guys got to be ready to play ball.
If your mind is right, you will be competitive.
Absolutely,
Right,
absolutely. And we hadn't forgotten that we took it on the chin pretty good a year ago. And, the guys across town are a good football team. They're really well coached. And I was telling Coach Rasevich just a minute ago, I don't wish any of your guys injury, but I hope a couple of them get sick in the next day or two, and that'd be all right by me because they got some good football players over there.
Maybe a flu bug might spread to the Guilford campus. Yeah, playing Durham, right? Maybe a flu bug goes
Well,
through
I
there.
wouldn't fight you on that, that's for sure.
And what about your quarterback this year? That's probably one of the most important factors within your offense, no doubt about that. Who is the quarterback? What do you expect from him?
We're going with Matt Graham. Matt Graham's been with us for 2 seasons. He played quite a bit last season for us. Got a cannon of an arm. He's an athlete, and he's going to run the show for us, and I think he's going to be really good at it.
I guess the same for him is to be patient and sit back there and be sure he does not try to rush things and gets it right.
Absolutely, and not just let your teammates play the game as well. We don't have to put the whole game on his back. He's just got to get them all lined up in the right spots and just put the ball out there and let guys like Ray Bridges and T.J. Thomas and there's a ton of guys. Stephen Abbassad, it's at tight end. It's a ton of different guys that we can get the ball to. We got a stable of running backs we think give us a nice 1-2 punch, and we can speed it up, we can slow it down, whatever the game needs us to do.
Probably depends upon what Guilford is doing is how you will adjust and kind of set what type of tempo you need that game, right?
It is, and for us it's game to game that way, but really when you're talking the opener, anything anybody's done in the past, who knows? Guilford may come out in 2 tight ends wishbone, and we've got to be able to keep them in front of us on defense, and so you just never know what anybody's going to do in that opener.
Some of you guys you had in previous years were really exciting. That Ryan Thornset, was that his name?
Yeah, Ryan Thornset.
He had a game a few years ago. It was like I used to always keep these numbers of your teams. It was like once he threw like 584 yards. And I don't know how many.
Yeah, it was
Saturday.
amazing. I think it was our first year in the program as the head coach and the new staff together and all those things. And we're down a little bit at the half, and Thornset kind of takes control of things. Throwing the ball, I believe it was against LaGrange even, and we've got those capabilities again. Certainly we don't have an Antoine Thorpe
I was about to bring his name up, that kid out of
that's
Oxford.
worth 21 a game.
That guy was unreal. I mean, he might be, I may be wrong, he might be one of the best athletes to walk down the street in this town. That guy was unreal.
Absolutely, just and a tremendous young man.
Yeah,
Took
a
care of
smart kid
business
too,
on
because he
and
was a
off the field.
quarterback in high school,
Yeah,
for the wide
yeah.
receiver in college, just an outstanding ball player.
And
The kind of guy
it's,
you wish you could have not only for 4 years, maybe 6 years.
Yeah, wouldn't you know it, man? But we've got, we don't have that marquee Thorpe, but I'll tell you what we've got. We've got a football team at Greensboro College.
I know you got effort in Ray Bridges, because nobody works any harder than Ray.
Well-
Interviewing him the past few years, because Ray Bridges always told me, I said, what are your workouts? Like, you guys head down to the fitness center, maybe down. He said, no, we work out in the country. We do country workouts. We're on a country road. We're country. We try to get country strong.
Well, we've got 10, 12, 15 local guys in our program, and certainly Ray's at the top of the list. Brother Herbert plays corner for us. Micah McMaster's the Southwest. We've got Dudley represented. Daryl Ashley's playing defensive
That's
end
kid
for
out of
us
Eastern
out of
Guilford,
Eastern
yeah.
Guilford, and is doing a phenomenal job. He's slated in the top spot for us on Saturday, and has just really
he's fairly
wowed
young,
our
too,
defensive
isn't he?
staff. True freshman.
That's what I thought, yeah.
So we've got a ton
And
of
he comes out
local
of a good
talent.
program, too, because Coach Doug Roberts himself turned that Eastern Guilford program around, making those guys conscious winners.
Absolutely. I don't think the high school coaches as a whole get the respect within the state that they deserve
Absolutely. I
here. The
told
Guilford County guys
Yeah.
coach football.
So you look at that game on TV tonight, you got a quarterback for South Carolina, this Connor Mitch kid out of Raleigh
Yes.
Wakefield,
Yes.
his wide receiver, Pharaoh Cooper out of Havelock. I mean, that's the whole state knocking out their opposing state, It's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's
Talent.
amazing. And Greensboro College now with the addition of a turf field on campus, brand new locker room for our football program.
That locker room is up, it's going now, right?
Brother, it's
working.
full speed ahead.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We've got some modern technologies that I can't even keep up with that are coming
I know
in
you've got a
down
kid over
there.
there. This gentleman, I think it's by the name of Mr. Wes Gullett. I know he's got the modern technology down to a science. He is a mad scientist, so he's on top of that.
Yeah, Wesley, our sports information director, does a great job for us. The guy never sleeps. He's always working, and he's been a great asset to our football program. Not only our current players getting the recognition that they deserve, but in recruiting as well, because it's all about the Facebooks and the Twitters and the Instagrams.
I mean, there's nothing like, the website I work with, the GreensboroSports.com.
Yes.
It's all about putting out kids' names and what they're doing, and therefore they're going to look at it. The friends will look at it. The parents will look at it. You just get numbers that way.
Absolutely.
That's how people follow you.
Absolutely.
People want to be seen and recognized. If a guy goes out and sweats and he works the entire all season, if he gets on the field for 3 or 4 plays, he wants to be recognized.
Absolutely, and we're doing a better job of that every day in not only post-practice recognizing great effort once again. It may be the next morning. Coaches, we're talking constantly about who did what, when, why, and how, and rewarding those young guys in every opportunity, not just on Saturday game days.
Tell us where you were before you came to Greensboro College, and how did you end up here?
That's a great question. I'm originally from DeLand, Florida, which is right in between Daytona Beach and Orlando. I spent 3 years coaching high school football in Florida. Got an opportunity to go to the University of West Georgia. Charlie Fisher was the head coach, who's now the offensive coordinator at Richmond now. And Coach Fisher was gracious enough to give me an opportunity to come in and work with the offensive staff. I spent 2 years there. Had an opportunity to go to Mars Hill over in Asheville. I spent 2 years there with Tim Clifton, who's the head coach. Met my wife there, so that was a good move. Outkicked my coverage with that for sure. From there, I had an opportunity to go and be on the defensive staff with Rick Lance, head coach George Welsh at the University of Virginia. That was 98, 99. I came here in the spring of 2000 with legendary coach Marion Kirby.
So you were with Coach Kirby back then?
My friend, I've been with every head coach in the program at Greensboro College.
Wow. So you were there in 2000?
Came in 2000.
You're almost like a lifer then.
15 years now.
Gosh, that's nobody. I mean, these stay in time. I don't think many coaches have that type tenure, that type run.
I've been very fortunate. I've worked with every head coach and worked with all of them very well, and still have great relationships with every head coach that's been there. And they're all tremendous people. And what's interesting is now to get the phone calls, email, texts. I forget that some of those guys are 37 years old now. And so I'm showing my age a little bit, and they keep reminding me of it. They tell me how soft I've gotten since their younger days.
Well, it's still amazing. The same program. You stayed the course. You stayed with it.
Yeah, I believe in Greensboro College.
How long have you been a head coach now?
4 seasons. So this is my 4th season.
This is your 4th one?
Yeah. And it's there's something special about the people. There's something special about Greensboro College. You look at the last 5 years, the strides that the institution's made. Dr. Zarda, our president of the institution, supports athletics. VP Robin Daniel. I'm on my 3rd athletic director now, and all 3 have been wonderful. Brian Gillespie's been tremendous in his support of our football program.
He's an upbeat guy, positive guy, Gillespie.
Be excellent. Yeah. That's his word.
Yeah.
And
because he knows that he has to support a coach because he's been a coach. I guess he still is a coach.
He's coaching coaches. He's coaching players, and he's coaching basketball all at the same time. So his value to our program is just amazing.
Well, you have seen the evolution of that school and that program.
Yes.
There were times when Greensboro College, just on the surface, seemed to be struggling and taking some hits, but they battled through all that and have stayed the course like you have, and now today things are looking much better.
It is, and we've had our ups and downs. We've all got our warts, and certainly, our institution has stayed strong throughout and has made the sacrifices in order to continue to provide value to our student body, to our athletes, to our staff, and to our faculty. So, and not always easy decisions.
What about our man Warren Scott? He was there. I think he was one of the little running backs out of Southern California. I guess he used up all his eligibility and has moved on.
Yeah, Warren, what a joy, what a pleasure. You talk about a guy who has fun at practice every day. We miss that, the heat that he brought to practice on a consistent basis. We miss him, but I tell you, we've got 4 and maybe more that different style runners, but just as strong with the football in their hands.
Now, Jamison Stadium, your home facility, you're going to be there Saturday night. Is there an advantage to being home in Jamison Stadium?
The big house is ours, and when we roll in there on Saturdays, it's every bit as big-time college football environment as it is anywhere in the country.
It's the first game of the season. That is every year, like Coach Westover mentioned, it's almost like Christmas morning. It's the biggest day of the year.
It's tough to play your crosstown guy in that opener now. I tell you what, because if you don't play well, it can affect your whole season.
Yes, sir.
And when you're talking about the opener for us, I'm not worried about on the field. I'm worried about on the sideline. Something doesn't go our way, and it's 100%er. There's going to be some adversity on Saturday. Somebody's going to miss a tackle. Somebody's going to miss a block, and it's going to be a big play for the other team. And how are we going to handle that?
All about character, right?
Yeah, it's and we're still teaching. I mean, we're young, and every day we're teaching.
Sometimes
and
it's teaching, sometimes it's reminding. Even the veteran players can lose it sometimes. And it's been a tight, tense moment they can lose it.
Without question. And we've got to have great composure on Saturday. We can't let the highs be too high or the lows be too low. And we just got to find that happy medium and worry about us. Do what we do. And if we play hard and we've got the right attitude and toughness, we're going to be okay.
Give us your recruiting pitch. If you're recruiting someone to come to Greensboro College to play football for Coach Bill Young, what's the recruiting pitch?
For us, it's all about the it factor at Greensboro College. And we define everything. There is no gray area in our program. If you want to come to a place that's based on attitude, and when we talk about attitude, it's character, it's trust, it's all those things like that under one umbrella. And then when we talk about toughness, it's not, don't confuse toughness with thuggishness. There's a difference. We talk about a toughness in the mind, the body, and the spirit. You put those two things together, and for us, it's the it factor. You stand a little taller, you walk a little straighter, people recognize you for who you are. You don't have to tell people how great you are. And that's what we're working every day within our program to develop, and what we're searching for to surround ourselves within our program.
And you mentioned that toughness versus thuggishness. That toughness includes respect for your opponent and your
Absolutely,
teammate.
absolutely. Yeah. It's understanding differences, not only within your teammates, it's understanding differences within our campus community, and understanding that everyone has value. And then it's respecting the guys that are lined up across from you, because we know they're working just as hard as everybody else is. There are no gimmies.
And what about your pregame speech or your pregame pitch prior to Saturday night's game when you guys get set to take the field at Jamison Stadium? What's your talk there?
Let's go get a hot dog.
Oh, yeah?
No, I don't know. Gosh, I kind of get the vibe of the team, and find out where we're at on that stage given the opponent. To give you an idea, we really do our deep thought, so to speak, tonight. And we've got a team meeting tonight at 9:15. We're 48 hours out. It's time to lock it in. It'll be a team meeting for 15, 20 minutes. It's not a win one for the Gipper.
Right.
It's what position are you going to put yourself in to make plays on Saturday? Are you going to make those winning decisions in the next 48 hours to give yourself every opportunity to be successful on
Still
Saturday?
going right what you said before. It's about that character building the character for the game.
Absolutely. X's and O's are easy. That's not hard.
Before each game, is there still one thing you say before every game to a team? Is there like a reoccurring theme? part of your game plan talk when you go into the game each game? Is like something you got like a motto, a theme, or something every game?
Yes.
Over the years?
Over the years, it rotates by team because every team's different.
Yeah.
This year, we're preaching on defense, play like your hair's on fire. And on offense, it's fast and physical. And we don't care what the numbers on the board are. This is who we are, and we'll worry about it all when it gets down to zero. We'll worry about it then.
You're working these guys hard. You're staying after your kids. What do you do to keep your energy level up? Because it requires an energy. People don't realize you're the head coach. You got the whole system right with you inside that coat, inside that jersey, inside that shirt game day. What do you do to keep your energy level going?
When you're a head coach, it's a lifestyle. And it's not a job. It's not something that you turn on and turn off.
It's constant.
You have to bring it every day.
Yeah.
On the flip side of that, we have very open and honest discussions with our teammates. And we tell them all, if coach looks like he's a little low, don't be afraid to remind him to pick it up because we're in this thing together. It's not coaches here, players here. And I think that's what separates us from the rest of the Hayes of the world. We can't be great without each other. So if you see old Coach Young getting a little frustrated over there, come on and lift him up. Don't put him down.
So it's not like you can't show your feelings too. You can also show your
Hey,
feelings,
look,
right?
look. They've seen me hug them, kiss them, push them, pull them. I'm not afraid to cry in front of them. If that's where I'm at, I am who I am, and we use the term all the time. You be you. You be who you are. We talk about preparation for the game. If you're a headphones guy, put your headphones on, but be respectful of the other guy. If you're a hoot and holler guy, that's great, but be respectful of the other guy. We've got to do it together. It can't be coach is here, you're here. We got to be in this thing together.
You can't turn it on 1 second, turn it off, and turn it back on again.
No, there's no switch. Yeah,
no
you
switch.
got to find the consistency in it.
And the best thing is you got to leave them in good shape, right? Leave the kids in good shape.
You do. You've got to end on positive notes, and we're getting closer to that as we get into this thing. Today was tough. We pushed them a little hard. It was the speed of the drill. We've got to prepare them for the big stage on Saturday night. And it's not just the physical banging. It's the pace of the drill. It's working all those adjustments and motions and trickerations and doing it at a very fast pace to add a little bit of intensity to it. So we had to stop a lot today and reload it.
Well, we're going to break here and reload as well. I think
Perfect.
our work for you is complete. You did
Thank
a very
you, my
good
friend.
job. I like
Appreciate
the energy.
it.
Hope you got the energy like that every day. If you do,
Oh,
you're
we're
in
going
good
to bring
shape.
it, man. I promise you. Thanks.
Look forward to Saturday night. Coach Bill Young from Greensboro College, thank you for your time, Coach.
Absolutely.
Take care, and we'll see you Saturday.
Yes, sir.
Going to get next in will be Herbert / Herbie Bridges coming on board.